Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Driven Intent. I have my buddy Yves over here.
Yo.
He just helped me out with the video. So I have with me a 2020 Cadillac CT5 V Sport. So I know I've reviewed the Cadillac CT5 luxury version, you know, the non-V version, you're gonna call it, and then the Cadillac CT5 Sport, not the V. And now I have the V series with the Cadillac CT5 V. This has a V6 turbocharged or twin turbocharged V6. Huge thanks and shout out to James Woods right here in Denton, Texas for hooking it up with your boy. So I've driven this car for a little bit to get a feel for things. I do have a few things I have to say about this car because this drives a lot more different than the G80 Sport or the G70 Sport, excuse me. And on my last video, a lot of people like raging in the comments, it's not a V, it's not a that. But right now I have the car, and you guys can just keep your peace, you understand? So, all right, so I'm gonna drive to my spot to get some cool drone shots. In between, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about this car, what is different, how the power plant feels, the braking, acceleration, and I'm gonna compare this to the other cars I've driven, like the G70 or G80 Sport, and see how the power delivery, you know, since I did a video head-to-head about the G70 and the Cadillac CT5 Sport. That's the 2-liter turbocharged engine. So, without any further ado, I'm ready, let's go. So right off the bat, I like the exhaust note in this car. It's very throaty. It's stock, by the way. That's one thing the G70 was missing, but that car is a great car nonetheless. It's a great car nonetheless. Nowadays, people just want to drive a car. You want to feel like you're driving a sports sedan, and this offers that. You know, with the sound, the throttle response, and I do have full reviews on both cars. If you guys want to see the reviews on the G70 and the Cadillac I did before, I have two videos on the Cadillac. I'm gonna leave a banner on the top left of the screen or top right, and feel free to go watch the video before you watch this. I'm not gonna go in depth. I'm just gonna go like how this car drives, because again, I've only driven the 4-cylinder Cadillac and this is the V6. So here we go. So the exterior of this car is covered in Summit white, and I believe the other one was, I can't remember the name of the orange color. It was red, it wasn't orange.
Yeah.
But I like the white. But the orange just pops in the sunlight. But the white is much more mature, if that makes any sense. I like the white on this Cadillac, you know, the angles. Cadillac looks good in white in general. And the sport wheels on this thing, it's so killer, guys. I love it. The exterior is the same as the Sport that I drove last week, a couple of videos back, or last video. It has much more definitive lines, like the exterior, that's a black inserts and the black and white, almost like a Storm triple look. I like that a lot. So, just driving, get some bit of gas. Some noise might be fed through the speakers, but at this point you can't really tell the difference because it has quad exhaust tips. You can hear the noise. Very throaty. Like the punch, it punches you in the gut. When you get on the throttle, the torque is very low end. I'm like 3,000 RPMs and the car is pulling you back to your seat. And the funny thing about this is like the G70 has more power than this. The G70 is like 363, I believe, you know, about 1 or 2 horsepower difference. But this feels much quicker down low. The G70 has much more power in the RPM band. But to really get a feel for this, you have to like launch board cars to get like, you know, very technical. to see which is quicker to 0 to 60. You know, you put numbers up here, but it doesn't really matter. It's a luxury sedan. Again, the interior feels nice. This one I'm driving has the display up front, the head-up display. It has the speedo. I can see the lane keeping assist, the cruise control, and then tells me what speed limit is this on this road I'm at right now. It's very quick to update itself. It knows what road you're on and what speed limit is. I like that a lot in this car. Infotainment system is the same. You know, Bose audio, the Bose Performance audio has a good bass to it. So, but yeah, guys, this feels a lot quicker than the G70. But then again, I have to drive both cars back to back again to get a feel for things, because you know he was in the seat. I get on the gas, it's like, whoa, slow down. You know, you got that punch in your chest. I love that about this car. And the interior, you know, it's very compact. You have carbon fiber again, carbon fiber here. Like it's very, like it's quicker, but it has more growl to it because the Genesis is so quiet. Maybe that's the reason why this feels quicker. But the lower end torque, it's just prominent, guy. And this is rear-wheel drive, so it just wants to go, you know, and have the stability control on. Again, now approaching highway speeds. It's quiet in here. Let me put it back in spot. I was in track mode, so right now we're in snow and ice. Sport. Tour. Let's put it in tour mode. So now it's kind of quiet. Oh yeah, the exhaust just is not even now loud anymore. It's just quiet. So depending on what mode you're in, the steering feel is just looser right now. It's not as stiff, you know, as you would be in sport or track mode. And this highway speed, you know, going 65, it's very quiet. And right now the lane keeping assist is on. My hands off the steering wheel. That's kind of scary, so I'm putting my hands back on. But it keeps you in lane. It knows there's a car in front of me. It tells me to brake. You know, it's all the technology and the safety feature you have in Genesis you get here too. It's very debatable. You know, I'm not trying to say this car is better than which, but both cars to me offer great value. And depending on how much you're willing to spend, that is up to you guys. There was a little bit of hesitancy though. Wasn't that quick? You feel that? It was like, I wasn't sure. Maybe because I had the stability control on and then cut power, so it wasn't as quick as I wanted it to be. Yo, this thing is so aggressive. Woo! Damn, I love that. Damn, and the brakes are so good though. We're downhill and this thing grips. Like I'm barely even like 30% of the brake pedal, and I still have more to go uphill. Guys, this is amazing. I love the exhaust though. That's one thing they did well. This almost sounds better than the CTS-V. That's a V8, you know, but this is a V6. For a V6, this is one of the best sounding V6 I've ever test driven. Second to the RS5, obviously, you know. But damn, the transmission is really good, guys. It handles that power nicely. It's not laggy, there's no turbo lag. All right, guys, that is all I have time for today on this video for this 2020 Cadillac CT5 V series. So this car was amazing to drive, as I expected. Has a lot more power on the down end in comparison to the G70 and the other cars in this category. But you know, G70 always has more power by the end of the day. It is how the power has been served up to you. This has the early on in the torque and power band, and G70 has a mid-range torque, you know, and also lower end torque, but this has a lot more lower end torque than the G70. But that is my 2 cents, guys. Always, the decision is always up to you and how much you want to spend, but I'm so glad I was able to drive the V series CT5 to you, because this car is available by, once again, yours truly, James Woods of Denton. Man, I'm so glad for this opportunity. And as always, you guys like the video. If I end a thumbs up, subscribe and share this video. Leave a comment, positive comments, or whatever you think I did on video. And as always, stay driven and peace out, guys.